quite. We're having a pretty slow morning. It's probably gonna be one of those days where we're probably just gonna meander around the house, really. We had kind of a late night last night. It's chilly and windy, but the clouds make it like so pretty outside. I was running out of incense. I am so happy. I got some incense. I get Tree Loca brand incense, or I get like charcoal rolled incense that I get off of Etsy or from a local shop that we have. But I exclusively like only get these two kinds of incense because they have they have the most heavenly smells. I'm so happy. I'm really feeling motivated today to actually like have my full moon ritualistic energy to come out. And I'm just feeling happy, feeling grateful. We've had an insane week. Like the universe literally like got rid of some of our stresses. Like literally, it's so nuts. Basically, we were able to pay off our loan from the wedding, and that loan was kind of hurting us a lot because in the long run, it was taking out money that we could have used to survive. But like, there's a whole backstory and everything to it. But just basis is that we paid it off and have a lot of extra money, and it'll come in handy for our garden season and just getting more things for the house to make the house more homey. I feel like I'm enjoying just existing. Just enjoying just existing. I'm not bored, I'm not excited, I'm pretty balanced, just moving, just like living, admiring. I feel like some days it's all you really can do. Like it's not even necessarily like a goal to reach right now. It's just really part of it is I feel like we're in this like seasonal limbo between it feels like spring, but it's not spring yet. It's still winter. It could still snow. It can still get below freezing. But like spring is in like 2.5-ish weeks, maybe just under 3 weeks away, and we're also ready for that time of year. So it's that seasonal limbo. Like March is such an interesting month because we feel like we're coming alive, but we're also like, oh, it still gets to 30 degrees and it might snow next week type of deal. But it's an okay limbo. It's not like a sad one. I feel like February is like a sad limbo. Every February, that's just a struggle month. But then March, it's like hope. Like the warmth is coming. We're getting ready. Feeling more and more prepared for it. Energy is ready. And just so many opportunities have been coming. So yeah. Just opening up this video with a little soft reflection from the morning and going into some full moon rituals later. I haven't done them. I don't think I've actually. No, I had a full moon ritual in this house, but it was with my friend back for winter solstice too. Like I think the full moon then was like they were around the same time, so the energy was pretty. But yeah, I have a little full moon ritual today. I'll show you guys a bit of that. may or may not be too close for these lenses. It's fine. First off, these are just like really cheap Bluetooth headphones that I got from Walmart today because it helps just dopamine production for me. It helps me to do things when I have music playing. Like, when I say music is my stem, like, music gets my brain going, and I am just feeling into all of the sacred energy around this, like, full moon. If you think about it, it's the last full moon of winter, before spring, before rebirth. It's like another mark. It's like a mark in the season of, like, where are we at? It's like we check in and we also reflect what we want for, like, the rest of the year. And I am feeling all of it. Like, I just feel like I've processed and reflected, and then, like, I've kind of been, I feel like, in a really nice level of solitude this winter. Like, it's March, spring's in a few weeks. It's basically spring in Virginia, so I'm saying spring. It's probably too early to say, but I'm saying spring, it's fine. But just the past winter, like, I've spent a lot of time alone, and it's not the type of thing where I'm always alone. It's the type of thing where I feel like for so long I've just been around people and external influence and, like, just stimulated by, like, other people inside of their worlds and being wrapped up in their worlds. And so this winter I just really got to, like, strip those layers and just see myself bare and, like, ask myself, like, you know, who am I bare? Who is she? Who does she need to go through? What is she still trying to heal from? What are we still releasing and everything? And it was just, this winter, I'm, like, reflecting. I feel like I'm starting to come alive, so it's like my inner spring, I feel like, is budding. Like, the hyacinths we have out in our front yard, they're budding. And I'm just, this is like an exciting full moon. I don't know, I like to try to live cyclically with the moon and with the seasons, and just, like, even with my own body, with my moon cycle. And I'm like, this is an exciting one. I'm also getting on my first day of my moon cycle with the full moon, so I'm in that part of the year where my period, where I shed with the moon as well. And I just think it's really exciting. I have never been more excited for a sunset, just to see, like, the moon in all its glory. But I am about to make my little, like, cacao adaptogenic tincture thing, because that is a mood booster and just helps my mind. The adaptogens too, like, together in a compound, like, it's like turmeric and black pepper. Like, the two go hand in hand, like, and just benefits. So I thrifted these, like, crystal wine glasses. They were 99 cents and they, like, ding and everything. I'm literally gonna drink cacao out of this. I am celebrating, because life is a ceremony that deserves to be worshipped just as much as the breath that is life-giving. And that's how I'm feeling right now. I'm feeling like celebrating. I'm like, woo, end of winter, you know, I feel like all the birds and the bees have been coming out and about. So yeah, that is just it's just the mood I'm in. I'm feeling good, feeling great, and feeling reflective and ready to get into these rituals before I solidify my intentions with my spiritual practices. this card that I drew, this is the second time I've ever used this deck, so for the message that came out to like hit so deeply, it resonated with this specific flower is like a rarity to find because it only grows in like perfect conditions, and in essence it kind of represents a sense of like alienation or disconnect from those around you, and that resonated so much for me just because I feel like the neurospiciness that is, you know, the brain and growing up with society and other people who just things seem to click for them in different ways. They clicked for me, or something just wouldn't click, and I've always just been so different from people around me. I don't know, it can just be kind of lonely being so different all the time, and I don't even know how to explain it. It's like, it's just one of those things that's like, it just different, and I can't even like fathom the chord that this card struck in me, but like it brought ease just because of like the message and stuff around it was just like your immense individuality is needed to help just, you know, break the cycles and all that, like all the like kind of woo stuff, but like it was just like a refreshing card to hear, I guess. I was like, you know, the guides knew what they were doing when I was inhaling, and it grows in spring. It only grows in spring. It can't take the summer heat, and so like I guess technically in the climate that is where I am in Virginia, like it would be growing right now. So I just thought that was really intriguing. And then my other two cards had more to do with just mindfulness and my spiritual practices and things that I've already been like reconnecting with. I feel like my sadhana is becoming a deeply safe space for me again, because after a while I just felt inconsistent, a little disconnected, and was trying really hard. Like I was determined to reconnect to my spiritual practices, and lately I've been feeling like that's been coming to. The bridge has been building and I am crossing it, and I'm like drawn and aching to get to my practices and get on my mat, and it was just, this was good. I'm like, this was the perfect vibes. All I asked was just like, what do I need to focus on this coming spring, like this spring, kind of like right now, but like just putting the theme to whatever, and yeah, it's kind of what came about, and it's a good vibe. And my sadhana tonight's gonna be relaxed, so I'm gonna do like yoga nidra, pranayama, meditation. So that's gonna be the mix. I am gonna do a kirtan. I'm gonna get some chanting on because I just feel like amplifying energy with Sanskrit, and I also just, it makes me happy to kind of dance and sing, and it's a little devotional practice, but also just like uplifting and all the good things that are nourishing for the soul. Because really, the foundation of all these intentions is, my goal is to make every movement medicine for the soul. Like I just want everything to be soul nourishing to the highest extent. And I don't know, I also feel like a brand new person too. I feel like been shedding a lot of layers and all that stuff, and now I'm like waking up and shaking off all the rust. I don't know. But I'm like, I just love a good drawing, and I chose to do from 2 decks just to get different perspectives, and it was nice. And I like the spread that I did too, just the simple line out, have more space that way. And this is very good. It's pretty milky. I put a little bit too much milk in it, but it's fine. It's still mostly like, it's bitter, you know, cacao is, but I'm actually enjoying it. So I'm just kind of basking in the essence, and Kamadam Mokshadam Shaiva Om Karaya connections to the